Hi there, I'm David Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, and today we're going to take a look at 10 two-card combos you may not have heard about. Let's check them out.
Okay, so kicking off my two-card combos, the first on the list is Bone Shredder and Erratic Portal. So Bone Shredder is a 3-cost with Flying and Echo. He's a 1/1 flyer. When he comes into play, he destroys a target non-artifact, non-black creature. So the Echo cost means next upkeep I have to pay 3. Well, by having the Erratic Portal out for a mana cost of 4, for 1 and tap, I can return target creature to its owner's hand unless its controller pays 1. So I can use this on my opponent's creatures, but I really want to use it on my Bone Shredder. Get it back in my hand before I have to pay the Echo cost. So next turn, I can throw it back out again. And I've got a lot of mileage out of this, and it's super fun to do. And in a pinch, again, I can bounce back someone else's creature. Okay, so this next combo is a little unconventional. First, we have Avarice Totem for 1, and you can, for 5, you can exchange control of Avarice Totem and a target non-land permanent. And then we have the Despotic Scepter for 1, and you can tap it to bury target permanent you own. So, let's say you have Avarice Totem out, you can swap it for, let's say, that pesky Jace the Mind Sculptor, and then you can use your Despotic Scepter to destroy your Avarice Totem, which goes back to your graveyard, which means you can use other means to retrieve that Avarice Totem and play it again. And of course, if you're playing a standard Magic deck, you could play with a playset of each of these little babies. And if you have Sculpting Steel, there you go, you can copy Avarice Totem, and this could probably get out of hand, especially considering how relatively cheap it is and how easy it is to ramp up into that 5. I'm sure others have thought of this and have used it in such a manner, but around here, I really haven't seen anybody use it, and so hopefully you'll find some use in it. And I don't believe these cards are terribly expensive. This next combo is tried and true, and many people already know about it. First, we have Breeding Pit that costs 4 to lay out. It's an enchantment. During your upkeep, you pay 2 black, or you have to bury it, and at the end of your turn, put a Thrall token into play that's a 0/1 black creature. Then we have, for 7, the Lord of the Pit, Flying Trample, and you have to sacrifice one of your own creatures during your upkeep, or Lord of the Pit does 7 damage to you, and you can still attack with Lord of the Pit even if you failed to sacrifice a creature. Lord of the Pit may not be sacrificed to itself. So, a Breeding Pit is basically a sacrifice engine for Lord of the Pit. As long as you have both these in play, you're going to be just fine. And this is a tried and true combo that has stood the test of time. If you played any length of time in Magic, you know about this Breeding Pit, Lord of the Pit combo. And if you don't, now you do. Next, we have a red-green combo that's even older than Breeding Pit and Lord of the Pit, and that's Channel Fireball. Channel is a 2-cost green sorcery that says until end of turn, you may add colorless mana to your mana pool at the cost of 1 life point per mana. Effects that prevent or redirect damage may not be used to counter this loss of life. And then we have Fireball, which is 1 red and X. Fireball does X damage total, divided evenly, rounded down among any number of targets. Pay 1 extra mana for each target beyond the first. So this is an old school combo where you would practically drain all your life in order to quickly destroy your opponent. So if you channel Fireball, let's say, 19 damage for your opponent, and then lightning bolt them for 1 more, good game. Or swing with a little 1/1, good game. This was vicious back in the day. And I remember all these really cool old combos, and still a place in my heart for them, and they're pretty neat. You may never use Channel Fireball, but you gotta admit, this is a pretty cool combo. The next combo up is pretty sneaky, and it's Deadly Recluse and Viridian Longbow. Deadly Recluse is a 1/2 spider for a casting cost of 2, has reach and death touch, so creatures dealt damage by this creature are destroyed. Then we have the Viridian Longbow, which is an equipment for 1, and then equipped creature has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player, and of course you can equip it to another creature for 3. So if you use the Viridian Longbow to hit a creature at distance, and you have it equipped to Deadly Recluse that does death touch, you're going to completely destroy that creature, even if it's a big Eldrazi. This is a pretty vicious combo right here, and very, very sneaky. And you can use this on any creature that has death touch. And another example of a pairing with Viridian Longbow is Patrol Signaler. It's a white 2-cost 1/1 creature that for a white and a colorless, and you untap the creature, you put a 1/1 white Kithkin soldier creature token into play. But then you could tap the Patrol Signaler to do 1 damage, and then you could use his untap ability to untap him to put another creature into play, and then tap the longbow again to do damage, and so on. So you can get a lot more use out of him on just 1 turn. Not only can you damage your opponent and his creatures, but you can put out a small army in the process. Our 6th combo is kind of a newer combo, and that's Hedron Crab and Harrow. Hedron Crab is a blue 0/2 creature that costs 1 to lay out and has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Then Harrow is a green instant that costs 3, and as an additional cost to play Harrow, sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them into play, then shuffle your library. And as you can see with this, Hedron Crab starts milling pretty quick with just regular land drops, and also by adding in Harrow, that increases it pretty fast. I mean, look at that. You use Harrow, even if you don't lay out a land, you're already milling them for 6 just by using Harrow. And if you happen to lay out a land right before you cast Harrow, you're milling someone for 9. And I can't think of a more effective mill engine than this. Okay, this next one a friend of mine used to play all the time, and that's Living Lands and Congregate. Living Lands is a 4-cost green enchantment where it treats all force in play as 1/1 creatures. Now they can be enchanted, killed, and so forth, and they can be tapped either for mana or to attack. And then we have Congregate. Congregate is a 4-cost white instant that says target player gains 2 life for each creature in play. And this combo saw a lot of play amongst my group of players back when I was playing pretty heavy. But let me show you another combo you can do with Congregate. And that is to pair Congregate with Natural Affinity. Natural Affinity is a green 3-cost instant that says until end of turn, all lands become 2/2 creatures that are still lands. Dual lands, islands, swamps, all lands, not just force. And being a 3-cost, to me, it's superior than Living Lands because it costs 1 less and it doesn't leave your lands as vulnerable creatures. It only lasts until end of turn, and plus you get a lot more life out of it. And while we got Natural Affinity out on the board, let's take a look at something we could pair it with, and that's Collective Unconscious, a 6-cost green sorcery that allows you to draw a card for each creature you control. Now, Collective Unconscious is a little expensive to play for 6, but then again, if you're playing green, you should be able to ramp right up in it pretty quick. So again, you turn all lands into 2/2 creatures that are still lands, and then you draw a card for each creature you control. So if you got 5 lands in play, well, now you're drawing 5 cards. Not too bad for green. I was so proud of myself when I actually figured out this next combo all on my own without the use of the internet, and that is Island Sanctuary and Mystic Decree. Island Sanctuary is a 2-cost white enchantment where you may decline to draw a card from your library during your draw phase. In exchange, until the start of your next turn, the only creatures that may attack you are those that have flying or island walk. And then Mystic Decree is a blue 4-cost enchantment that says all creatures lose flying and island walk. And I was super happy when I first realized I could do this, and this pretty much locks out your opponent from directly hurting you with creatures. This is great. And then I would use some Cephalid Looters and such to mill myself until I would find my combo pieces I needed, Island Sanctuary and Mystic Decree, and then I would use my Cephalid Looters and Cephalid Constable to mill out my opponent. In one of my artifact videos, you may have seen Metalworker, and you could see the potential for its use with Staff of Domination, but also Metalworker can be paired with the Voltaic Construct. And with the Metalworker, it's a 3-cost artifact creature, and it's a 1/2 that says tap to reveal any number of artifact cards in your hand. Add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool for each card revealed this way. And then Voltaic Construct is a 4-cost artifact creature that's a 2/2 that says for 2, untap target artifact creature. And as you can see, if you have enough artifact cards in your hand, this can quickly get out of control. And I have used this plenty of time. And I got to tell you, in my artifact deck, I have Voltaic Construct with Metalworker, and I also have Staff of Domination, so I can increase my chances to get this kind of obscene combo off. And it sure is fun. My last combo is Priya Shield and Invulnerability. Priya Shield is a 5-cost artifact equipment that says all damage would be dealt to you is dealt to equipped creature instead, and it has equip cost of 3. Invulnerability is a white enchant creature for 2 that says prevent all damage that would be dealt to enchanted creature. And you can see how powerful this definitely is. The only thing you have to worry about is you have to worry about artifact or enchantment removal. But other than that, this is going to make your opponent scratch his head and try to figure out exactly what he's going to do about this new unforeseen combo. Well, I hope you've enjoyed all these combos. You really got more than 10 today because I've kind of threw a few extras in there. But I hope you feel inspired now, or at least, even if you don't use these, maybe you won't look at all your Magic cards quite the same, and you'll start scratching your head and wondering, what kind of cool combos can I do?
Okay, so there you have it. 10 2-card combos that you might be able to use in your next Magic the Gathering deck. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I'm Dave Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, telling you to check out my other videos. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you real soon.